More than 700 city officials from throughout the Sunshine State are meeting right here at the Westin Diplomat Resort in Hollywood, Florida. They're talking about your concerns, your issues behind these closed doors.
There's strength in numbers, so our voices need to be heard amongst our legislative elected officials in this state so that they know what are the local needs of the constituents in the cities. Absolutely, we make a significant difference.
City officials from across Florida all convened at the Westin Diplomat for one purpose: the Florida League of Cities Conference.
The Florida League of Cities is a membership association made up of the 410 cities in Florida. We represent their interest in Tallahassee, whether it's with the governor's office or the state agencies or the legislature. We represent the interest of those cities.
One of the great successes is that we're able to get together, commiserate, collaborate, and do some good things for each other, sharing what works for us and what doesn't.
Experience is wisdom. So you're speaking to those that have been in it longer, those that have passed as they're solving certain situations. So being able to sit down with them, and I can come back to West Park with knowledge that I didn't have when I left.
I come to look for vendors that can help the city, and also to listen and learn to the different ideas that everybody else has that has worked or hasn't worked in their community.
Now, again, wasn't done by the chamber, wasn't done by the city, but done by citizens.
With such a large number of cities represented, committees are formed to represent different focus areas.
And there's about 30 on us on that particular committee, and we go around the room and we asked each member that's participate, what's important in your city that we need to move forward. And then out of 20 items, we narrow it down to maybe 20, then it goes down to 10, and then at the end it's just 3 items. So we're still working towards those goals. We just put a lot of stuff on the table this week. So hopefully the next time we meet in October, we can start narrowing it down.
Some of the big priorities that we'll be working on this year is what we just talked about, trying to undo some state mandates to free up the money that the city, what little money the cities have left, to work on local priorities. One of the biggest mandates that we'll be working on is all the state requirements that dictate how the pension benefits are set for police officers and firefighters. We think that the pension benefits for police officers and firefighters ought to be determined by the city council and the elected officials in that city and not by the state legislature.
Although police and firefighters' pensions are a top issue across the board, the state of the economy has affected all municipalities, big and small. Florida League officials say this has created an outcry from cities to legislators.
Since the recession, cities have been hurt just like businesses, just like families, with substantial drops in revenue. And it's forced everyone to rethink all their priorities. And one of the things that's been most difficult is as the revenues have dropped, all the state requirements on the things that cities are supposed to do has not dropped very much. And so one of the things that we work on hard in Tallahassee is to try to get the legislature to realize that one size does not fit all, and they should not be mandating cities to carry out certain services and programs without the funding.
The recession we're in right now is eventually going to end. We know that. We don't know how fast we're going to crawl out, but all Democrats, Republicans, and Independents agree that we're going to get out of this sooner or later. And when we are, we need to have the infrastructure to support this growth, and we need to have a skilled workforce. We need to have people that we've invested in who can pick up the jobs that we know are coming. We don't know whether they're coming next week or next month or next year or next decade, but we need to be ready for that.
At the Florida League of Cities Conference at the Westin Diplomat Resort and Spa in Hollywood, Florida, I'm Spiro Canton for Comcast Newsmakers. We thank you for joining us.